being a pimp. At some point, he asked my mom to go walk the streets for him. I am a 23-year-old female, and I just found out that my mom used to pay for her apartment with her mouth when she was young. No judgment. I have a wonderful mother. She's 43 but looks great and takes care of herself. Basically, like any woman from her age in Moscow. Yes, she has plastic surgery done on her boobs too. And she still works as a doctor and teaches at a medical college. We have a fairly friendly relationship. She raised me as a friend from childhood and shared a lot with me. And now that she's divorced, she's starting various romantic relationships all over again. And a lot of her dirty life has been revealed to me. A lot has fallen into place, an apple from an apple tree. But sometimes I'm shocked by her opinions and experiences. In particular, she told me that she doesn't consider paying with her body to be something reprehensible for a woman in certain cases, lol. Naturally, I asked, "What were you doing, woman?" It turns out that at 18, she was literally paying for her apartment like that. She was a poor student, and you see, if the paycheck is just a BJ, it doesn't count at all. I'm shocked by her, some pleasant, some not, but with her permission, I decided to publish the story to get your opinion. Maybe to accumulate more questions for her. She promised to answer everything in detail. Someone said I'll match that. I reconnected with my father a decade ago after not seeing him for 20 years. He's a big talker that has had an adventurous life. Some of his stories seemed so improbable, so I tend to take things skeptically. I can't say that word. One day, he tells me about his short-lived career being a pimp. At some point, he asked my mom to go walk the streets for him. She told him to F off. I was floored, but I didn't believe the story, so I asked my mom a few months later. She confirmed the story. What a piece of crap thing to do. Someone else said some parents tell their kids way too effing much. Someone else said good for her if she's comfortable with that, and she was alright doing it, and she got something out of it. Then hey, why not? Her body, her life, her decision. There's nothing wrong with that. I, 18-year-old female, has found out that my coworker, a 40-year-old male, has been saying really creepy stuff to me. Am I overreacting? A 40-year-old male dude told my coworker that he wanted to make me his side chick and use me to have babies. The story isn't as fresh as it was a few days ago because genuinely, I literally almost cried when I found out. Sorry for the absolutely awful writing. It's currently 5 a.m. and I haven't slept a wink tonight because of whatever the heck this is. Probably. I don't know. Who cares? So please try to enjoy my unhinged rambling. For context, I am pretty close with most of my female coworkers, one of them being Sarah, fake name. After a month ago, he hired this guy to start working morning shifts. Let's call him Eddie, fake name, due to the fact that I specifically work night shifts. I only met him once or twice. For example, I would come into the work at 5 p.m. and he would be off by 7 p.m., but he specifically worked in the kitchen. I know how to work almost every position in the store, aside from manager stuff. So, him and I would interact a few times, joke around like normal coworkers do. Anyway, I found out shortly after Eddie started working at my store that he was actually pretty close with Sarah's husband. This is important, I promise. Eddie doesn't have a car, so anytime he gets off work, he gets a ride from friends, family, or Uber. It just depends on the day. On a particular snowy night, Eddie wasn't able to get a ride from anyone, including Uber, so my coworker, Sarah, graciously offered to give him a ride. Then, she would come back to finish her shift afterward. She and I are both closers. This is a pretty normal routine thing in my job, as it is an entry-level job, and a lot of people working there are down on their luck, sadly. Sarah gets back, maybe 20 or so minutes after, dropping Eddie off at his place. I come up front after working in the back all day, and Sarah starts talking about the car ride she had. This is paraphrased, by the way. Sarah, "Oh, Eddie was talking about you." Me? "What do you mean?" Sarah, "He said you were really beautiful, and then asked me how old you were." Me, "That's weird. Isn't he like 30? Sarah, "I can't remember. I think so." For the next part, keep in mind, Sarah is not originally from the USA, so her culture might be a little bit different. She is a 24-year-old female, and her husband is 37-year-old male, if that provides any extra context. I asked, "Dude, what?" Because, dude, what? Sarah, "Yeah. He said he wants to get to know you, maybe take you out to dinner sometime." Me, Gross. Heck no. That dude is over 10 years older than me. Obviously, I had no idea that I was way more at this point. Neither did Sarah, bless her heart. And that was pretty much it until 2 days ago when I texted Sarah and asked her to confirm what Eddie had said because I was telling a close friend about what had happened. Sarah then drops a massive, devastating bomb on me. Eddie isn't in his mid 20s. He isn't 30. He isn't even early 30s. That man is 40 years old. 40. This dude is 22 years older than me. He is old enough to be my godforsaken father. And then she tells me about this whole conversation they had when she drove him again the other day. I will just be paraphrasing Eddie. So, did you talk to her about it? Referring to me and the dinner he wanted to ask me out to. She said, no, I don't want to be the middleman. If you want to know so badly, ask her yourself. Plus, she's way out of your league. Not to mention that she's barely legal. Eddie, well, whatever. I can just have her on the side. Sarah, the heck is that supposed to mean? How many do you have? Eddie, I have like 5 or 6 right now. And if none of them work out, I could just ask her out. Again, referring to her. Sarah, she isn't some side chick. She definitely wouldn't ever be your side chick. Eddie, well, I have a lot of options, so I don't care either way. It gets worse. Just stay with me here. Eddie, I want to have another kid at some point, so she would be the best option because she's young and fertile. Sarah then proceeded to tell me she cussed him out and told him to stay the heck away from me. She told him I don't even want kids, which is true, and that I would never go out with his bum butt. So I guess I am at a complete and total loss right now. I mean, seriously, what the actual heck? This dude is 22 years older than me, talking about getting me pregnant and making me a side chick as if it's insanely disturbing and creepy and I don't know what to do about it. I'm going to tell the night shift managers about it so they can keep an eye on me when Eddie is there until 7. But like, all of this literally is just hearsay. Obviously, I trust Sarah with my whole heart. She has never given me any reason not to, but I doubt that the general manager or corporate would take it seriously. I guess the best thing I can do right now is avoid the heck out of that predator. Yes, that's what I'm calling him. And make the trusted adults/managers at work aware of the issue. After I read all of Sarah's texts, I immediately went online and purchased a highly rated pepper spray, which you can attach to your car keys. So hopefully that'll make me feel a little less terrified. This isn't even close to my first rodeo with creepy guys at work, but I have never dealt with one who was older than 30. I was foolish to think it wouldn't happen. But some people were just insanely predatory and gross. The fact that he blatantly admitted to wanting to use me to have kids and as a side chick is ridiculous. Would I be overreacting if I took the matter any further? Am I overreacting by buying the pepper spray? I feel crazy as heck right now. I just wish people didn't have to be so freaking weird all the time. Just let me exist, bro. Edit. So, some of you seem to think that I'm not actually 18 because I'm use big words. A lot of you think I'm actually a middle-aged man, which is crazy. I have my Instagram and TikTok attached to my profile if you need substantial evidence that I am, in fact, an 18-year-old woman. What? That aside, I really wish that you guys were right. I wish the story was fake or whatever, but it's not. I apologize for writing this post in such a narrative tone. I have been working on a creative writing assignment that I chose to procrastinate on until the day before it was due. So my brain was in a creative writing mode. That being said, none of this is fictional. If you don't believe me, I don't know what to tell you. I like writing like a pretentious a-hole. Sue me. I like using big words and hyperbolic descriptions. So what? Literally the first comment. I feel like this is definitely written by a 40-year-old man pretending to be an 18-year-old girl. I didn't get that vibe. People are just commenting about her writing. Someone said, the heck? A 40-year-old man treating an 18-year-old coworker like a biological resource for his side chick roster is beyond predatory. Buying a pepper spray and alerting your manager is totally rational response to a man who clearly views boundaries as optional. That is crazy. Not overreacting.